let's basically go right into this. As you can see, the meaning to Yahshua means Yahweh's deliverance. Basically, Jesus was to deliver the Israelites from sin. The word shu in Demotic Commission language means win. He tried to put you, shu, to mean Yahshua. It doesn't fit, people. Okay? Yahshua is a different definition altogether. He has to explain that. See, if you don't know these words, you'll think, yeah, he right. He's got it together. He puts it let me say this. He puts it together well. But when you know, you're like, Okay, so let's move away from that. We got that straight. Yahshua, shu is not the same. Now, when we read in the book The Virgin Mary Conspiracy, page 45, it says, the Luke Gospel that now survives comes from the New Testament of the Roman Church. Here, Jesus is the Latin rendering of the Hebrew Yahshua. Simple and plain, people. Simple and plain. Let's read on. Jesus, however, is not the only Yahshua to be found in the Hebrew Bible. There are many, such as Yahshua the son of Nun, Yahshua the son of Josedek, and the most famous, Yahshua the conqueror of Jericho. Okay? Read on. When the books of the Old Testament were translated into Greek in the 2nd century, the name was transliterated as Joshua. As the earlier translators of the New Testament Gospels had opted to render Christ's name as Iesus, Jesus, this name stuck as a way to clearly distinguish Yahshua of Nazareth from any other Yahshua in the Bible. In keeping with the translation of the name in the Old Testament, therefore the angel's word in Luke's Gospel should read, call his name Joshua. It is under this name, it is under the name Joshua that the Old Testament prophet Zechariah refers to the Messiah. So this is a breakdown of why it went from Yahshua to Jesus, people. Okay? So him trying to move away from Jesus, okay, if you want to do that, but trying to plant Jesus as being in the 18th dynasty, nah, can't happen. Infancy of James. Shalom means the digital declaration. Digital declaration is someone that's going to check out a woman who claims she's a virgin back in those times with the finger, and to see if they're a virgin. If it bleeds, she was a virgin. If it don't, I mean she's been penetrated already. And I'm going to just read to you verse 8. You can read the rest if you want to. And I said to her, she is Mary, the one who was raised in the temple. I won her by lot to be my wife. This is Joseph. He won her by a lot. Okay? And I got all that information. Verse 9, let me read that too. She is not my wife yet. She is not yet my wife, but has a fetus from the Holy Spirit. So he is saying he didn't have sex with her, and it's from the power of the Holy Spirit. This is Joseph talking. He's talking to Salome so she could check things out. So Ali has to answer for that, because this is totally different from Hatshepsut. Totally. In the Israelite line. Hatshepsut supposed to be from the Hamitic line. And I got this from James because it says in chapter 5, I, James, wrote this history when there was unrest in Jerusalem at the time of Herod died. I took it myself into the desert until the unrest in Jerusalem ceased. Okay, so he wrote this. It's not like Matthew or the Gospels according to Matthew. It's not according here. It's I, James, wrote this history. So I use that because this is one of the books that just wasn't canonized. Now, when you read chapter 19, verse 28, when Ali was talking about the sister of Aaron, this is where he's getting you guys. He's trying to take it all the way back to the 18th dynasty, which cannot be done. It says, chapter 19, verse 28, in the Quran, O sister of Aaron, your father was not a bad man, nor was your mother a unchaste woman. The word here would be ukhti in Arabic. Let's read. Let's read what this sister means, not of a blood sister, but let's get some clarification on this. It is only a limited acquaintance with the Arabic language that has made men like Rodwell call this an archaism. As shown in 412, another source in the Quran, Mary belonged to the priestly class, as Wari also admits, because she was of the Levitical race, as by her being related to Elizabeth, it should seem she was. And she was a cousin. And therefore, she is rightly called Ukhta Harun, or sister of Aaron. The word Ukht, which I have underlined, Ukhta Harun, which I underlined because I could read the Arabic. Ukht being by no means limited to the close blood relationship like its equivalent in English. That's what Ali Muhammad was doing. He was limiting that word sister. You can't do that. Like he always say, you can't retroact what we have now back then in those times. See? And it says it right here. By no means limited to the close blood relationship like its equivalent in English. Okay? Let's read on. Safiya, the prophet's wife, came to the apostle of Allah, may peace and blessings be of Allah be upon him, and said, the women say to me, a Jewish daughter of two Jews. He said to her, why did you not say, surely my father is Aaron, and my uncle is Moses, and my husband is Muhammad? This incident shows clearly that a woman belonging to the Jewish race was spoken of as being immediately related to Aaron and Moses. In the Semitic languages, the word ab, father, mother, ak, mother, ak, brother, and ukht, sister, are used broadly and do not necessarily imply the very close relations of a real mother, father, brother, and sister. Okay? You can read the rest and it'll tell you. Harun, ukht. So it's in a broad sense, people, not a limited word back then for them, as Ali is trying to squeeze you in a box. And with that, I say my salama. You don't have to believe in that. Take care. If you got any questions, just ask and I'll give you information and we can talk about it. And trust me, I can go through this whole thing with, like I said, it'll take me 3 hours to go through.